All right, hey guys, we are on Chapter 2, Lesson 2, Flow of Energy in an Ecosystem. Here's our focus question. How does energy flow through an ecosystem? By the time that you finish this video, you should be able to answer that question. Here are your vocabulary terms for this lesson. If you have not yet completed them, please pause the video, complete your vocabulary activity, and then watch the video. Our review vocabulary term for this lesson is energy. Energy is the ability to cause change. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. That is important. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's only moved around. Energy in an ecosystem. Autotrophs. An autotroph is an organism that collects energy from sunlight or inorganic substances to make food. So, they get energy from an outside source, mainly the sun, and they create their own food. They make it themselves. They're getting that energy and they're transforming it into a different state that can be used for energy. Autotrophs are the foundation of all ecosystems because they make energy available for all other organisms. In this lesson, we're going to look at autotrophs a lot. They are going to be the base of every food chain, every food web, and every energy pyramid that we have. Heterotrophs are consumers. Okay, they are organisms that get energy by consuming other organisms. There are four main types: herbivores, which eat only plants; carnivores that eat only animals; omnivores eat both plants and animals; and detritivores eat fragments of dead matter. All right, they're kind of like an omnivore, but there is a special little caveat. Okay, the stuff that they eat is always dead. Models of energy flow. Food chains and food webs model the energy flow through an ecosystem. Each step in a food chain or food web is called a trophic level. Organisms at each level get their energy from the trophic level below them. So they get the energy that they use to, live, reproduce, create babies, wander around in this world that we live in. They get that energy from the food that they eat or from the sun, and then they go through photosynthesis, which is a process that we're going to talk about very soon. All right, here is a food chain. It is a simple model that shows how energy flows through an ecosystem. So our plant up here, this flower, gets its energy from the sun. It then goes through photosynthesis and creates glucose or sugar, and it uses that for energy. Our plant gets eaten by a grasshopper, which is a herbivore. It eats only plants. Our grasshopper can then be eaten by a mouse, which is an omnivore. It eats both plants and animals. Then the mouse is eaten by a snake, which is a carnivore, meaning it eats only animals. Throughout this food chain, energy is never lost. Okay, it is just transferred from one organism to the next, to the next, to the next. A food web is a model representing the many interconnected food chains and pathways in which energy flows through a group of organisms. Now you'll notice that many of these organisms have multiple arrows, some going to them, some going from them. Okay, this is showing who gets eaten by who in this scenario. Models of energy flow. We're going to use ecological pyramids to show an amount of energy that is available. An ecological or ecological pyramid is a diagram that shows the relative amounts of energy, biomass, or number of organisms at each trophic level. Biomass is the total mass of living matter at each trophic level. Now you'll notice at the bottom of every single pyramid here, every single one are producers. Okay, they get their energy from the sun and go through photosynthesis, and then they are then eaten by other organisms. Now we're going to spend some time talking about these ecological pyramids, so don't freak out if you're like, Ferris, I don't know what these are. Don't worry, we're going to spend some time together in class discussing these. And that is it, guys. If you have any questions, please go back, watch the video again, shoot me an email, or ask me in class tomorrow.